What you up to, Hank? Just come to visit? What a sweetie you are. Alright. I'm doing B camera work. You're going to be my B camera model. My supermodel horse. Oh, sweet. What you, Blaze? You're just going to stand out there? Don't want any part of me? That's alright. That's alright. The world was unkind to you. I don't got no pressure to put on you. Well, hey everybody, Cowboy Steve of Building a Homestead, 1,000-year home, all of that good stuff. So Texas has been playing some practical jokes on me. Every weekend has been raining and cold and raining and cold. It was bitter cold this morning, but it's turned out okay now. So what do I got here? What I've got is some railroads, some corbels from the 1841 Union Station built in Austin. I'm going to use on the farm. Went and picked that up yesterday. But while I have the trailer up here, this is a task that I've been meaning to do for a long time. This is a problem with build sites, right? That they slowly accumulate clutter, especially when it's an off-grid solo build. You know, you buy something, you get home at 8:30 at night, you unload it where it is, and it sits, and it sits, and it sits. My mama used to say, Stephen, the road to hell's paved with good intentions. And that's what happens, you know. I'll do that, and your brain says, man, I'll put that up in a few days, and it'll be done, and something else comes up, and, you know, you gotta travel, gotta live life. So building is my second job, right? So I've got an 8 to 5 job that actually goes beyond that as an architect. So I'm super busy, but then on the weekends, when I want to do something and Texas plays a joke on me and says, no, not this weekend, not this weekend, not this weekend. It has been 2 months of weekends that I have been robbed. And so I have been working out here. I started earlier in the day. We ain't got some hay for the horses. There's nothing left for them to eat. But let's take a look at this busy work. It's every bit as important. So, you know, I've got these. They're 300 pounds. These old corbels that come out of the railroad stations, just pleased as punch. I'm thinking of putting them over a front door with a cobalt blue slate roof, or, you know, the Mexican tiled roof, so that will be good. But what has happened here, you know, like I've got an exercise machine, I've got blocks scattered all around, I've got you know, some glass doors that, oh my God, they weigh every bit of 300 pounds each too. And then I've got all these storage bins that say saw and whatnot. I need all of that gone because the next project I have is to replace these blocks that have been here now 3 years, to replace those with real pilings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stack up the bricks today in the corner, the mid, and the one side. And then I'll eventually jack that up and I'll put in a 30-gallon container filled with concrete in there with the ties to tie in and tie it down. But I need to put on this side, when I do that, cast that, I need to put in a piece of timber right here. So, you know, it's been delayed waiting for a sawmill. But, you know, a lot of cleaning up. Man, I remember when I was a kid up in Michigan and the winter snow would make everything look so nice and clean, and then it would melt, and then you'd end up, and then I want to get that done too. But for today, while I have the trailer up here, I'm just going to start moving things, and I'm going to start putting them in there. I've got a sawmill barn that I built in the back. That's almost done, but it's certainly ready for me to move equipment. See all the chickens up there among all of that stuff? I don't want you eating that. Don't want you eating that. So they're eating my styrofoam. I don't want them to do that, of course. And then there's bric-a-brac back here. So I've been telling everybody that it's my little shame pit, right? It's my little shame pit. But I think today, while I have this trailer up, would be a great day for me to put you on stop motion, move that around. Might get a drone in the air if the wind cuts down. It's getting a little warmer. I might be able to drop this jacket too and just wear a shirt. But good day for this. At least it's not raining. I have beautiful sun. So let me put you on a timer and you can watch me do this. I'll play some music for you. And then we'll come back and talk about what's next. But cleanup is every bit as important. And as a solo builder, you got to spend the time doing it. So let me get that going for me.
It hums indeed, dust rolls soft like an endless sea. A broken wheel leans on the gate. Time's a circle, don't it wait? Oh, desert winds, they sing, carry me far on a hollow string, round and round where the old roots cling. Oh, desert winds, they sing, they sing. No one sleeps under stars that don't forget. The moon's a coin, it's always set, and the mandolin sighs, oh, it sighs like echoes lost in open sky. Oh, desert winds, they sing, carry me far on a hollow string, round and round where the old roots cling. Oh, desert winds, they sing, they sing. Lone hawk calls, no one hears. Washboard rattles through the years. Pedal steel bends, the notes just fall like sand slipping through it all.
Alright, so I'm a builder first and a YouTuber second. So when things get dicey, like moving 300-pound glass doors in the bitter cold where they could shatter, I turn it off. I focus on the task. But looky, it's gone. I just have to clean up the bric-a-brac that blew underneath all of that. Feels good. They're in place back there where I can get to them. I put some plywood to protect them from stone chips and things like that. All right, well, I'm about halfway into it. A couple hours have passed. I bet you 5 minutes on that video, but a couple hours of moving. A couple of tons worth of stuff. I moved a whole lot of concrete. I moved those glass doors. Those were 300 pounds a piece. Moved a bunch of steel. I'm going to take a 15-20 minute sit down break and regroup. If there's still sun when I come back out, I'll try to finish up the back here. Well, it is the next day. I tell you, when I got inside and got settled in, I had moved thousands of pounds of stuff, so my legs were a little tired because I'm going up and down steps carrying, 70, 80, 100-pound bags of whatever, cement or whatever, mortar. So anyway, it is the next day. My house is weird in that it doesn't have a front yet. I don't know what the front of my house is because I'm built off grid. There's not like a neighbor orientation to the neighbors. However, it is built on Egyptian north, south, east, west. I took a look at what the pyramids were on, and I said, well, if that was good enough for the ancients, it's good enough for me. And I built my facility here on true north, right? Cosmic north. So I think that's kind of fun. In addition, the real benefit of it is I have a north-facing side in Texas that stays cool in the summer. So when I put a little veranda over this, and if this is my backyard with a swim pool and whatnot, this part will always stay cool. A good place for a kitchen, for example. But I got the middle part done where I park my cars for now. That will be a great hall with a reciprocal ceiling and another bathroom, and really nice. And then the front parts I've gotten all cleaned up. In addition, I got a lot of the piers in, the secondary piers that I'm going to use to put in the final foundation shortly here, whenever that is, this year. Right, it's a this year project. Those were all cement blocks. They're heavy to move around, so I got a lot of those done. It was a good thing. So behind me is today's cleanup, right? Today's cleanup that I'm going to do. So those bins are filled with tractor parts, chains, logging chains. They're super heavy. So I'm going to drag them up onto a pallet there and come pick them up with the tractor and move them in. I'll put y'all on stop motion if I get all done with this. And the back part here will be a little bit still in a disarray. This is where I have my temporary kitchens with picnic table. I have some solar sitting here. I'm not going to move the solar. God willing, that will get on the roof this year. Big solar. I have 12,000 kilowatts, right? Or 12 kilowatts, rather, of big solar to put up on the roof, which is way more than I use right now, like way more. 7.2 kilowatts is what I use right now to run everything, but I might end up with a hot water tank. I might end up with a pump. I might end up, et cetera, et cetera. Wash machines, microwaves. So I'm going to put enough power in here. It can be a little mini city. Those things I won't move. They're heavy, and they're going to go up there this year, hopefully. All right, let me put you on stop motion. I'm going to drop back into music. I might narrate over the top of it. I don't know until I mix it.
I was told that we had lived this all before, through the fires that burned behind a different door. Every shadow that clings is just an ancient trace of the battles we fought in some forgotten place. Turns in borrowed skin, like a river that carves the soul it wanders in, past the echo of love that time refused to save, in the weighted hush of what we couldn't brave. These scars will remain as the past never changes. The same songs will play again in the shadows of night.
All right, the cleanup's going pretty well, as you can see. I got the doors and windows out from underneath the other shipping containers that are where my living shipping containers, tucked underneath this storage shed where they belong. The observant watcher will say, Steve, all you've done is taken the junk from one place and put junk in a second place. Not so. There's some organization that's happening at the same time. Plus, I'm seeing everything I bought. Listen, them doors, did you see my tractor pick up off the ground? My tractor could do 2,000 pounds. Those are oak. They're all old oak. Some of them are from Europe. Winery doors, right? So they're big, thick oak winery doors. Some need to be repaired. Really cool doors that I have. But, and then windows, almost all of them are okay. There's one that's broken. I could have bought it broken. A lot of those have come from salvage yards. And when I go there and they'd say, oh, I got windows, and they weren't too bad. And they said, you know, $5 each. Well, sure, give me a pallet of windows. And then I'll sort through them and figure it out. Even when they're not very good, I can use them in a shed, right? Like I did there. And then I'll come back and I'll do this another day, this whole lean-to area. And I'm kind of sorting it out. I've got tractor stuff now in the front. Before that was spread out all over the place. I've got doors all covered now, and I'll bring a tarp maybe and put it over it, but probably not. My thought is I don't want mold building up underneath the tarp on, you know, the doors. So I think I'll just let the wind blow through and hopefully get them hung this year. I think we'll find out together. All right, let me continue on. I'm real close to being done up front. And what I have is that trailer to pull off, and then I can do a think about on the rest of it. What a beautiful winter day it was. So the thing is, this is the first time I had an 8-hour block to actually work on my house in months. In months. As I worked, I realized I've been going, running, interrupt, doing favors, taking care of, you know, year-end taxes, blah, 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 in months. And then every time I got a weekend, a big storm came in. Every time. And we just got, it ended Saturday. Was a little bitter cold in the morning and windy, but today it's done. Look, I could see underneath all of the shipping containers. They had doors and all my storage, and oh, I moved thousands and thousands of pounds today and got it, most of it put in the right spot. So, you know, there's a few things I've got to take care of where I could put things. There's a little odds and ends. So let me take a look here and show you. So now that things are cleaned up, right there is going to be an outdoor kitchen. So I got a picnic table. So that's ready for me to do. So I've cleaned up all of this, which means I found my gutters, so I can do that project. These are the magnets that I need to finish up the tin on the sawmill. I just clamp it down for now. Most of the timbers that I need for raising the ends of these and pouring the footings, I've rounded up and got stage. So I'll brace it in the middle and on the ends. Most of the ends have already a little pedestal set up here. So when I raise it up, I'll be able to do that work. Now, that work, it takes 28 days after I pour a footing before the concrete stabilized enough, right? So, you know, I'll go and do that work, and then in 28 days, theoretically, well, not theoretically, I'll put it back down. The sawmill hopefully will have timber by then, which means I could start timbering it all. The nice thing about having all of that stuff organized is all the project works that have just been weighing me down. That's the problem when you're disorganized, right? You got a mental energy that just gets lost. And all that's gone now. I still got a little bit of picking up to do underneath there. I need to get the click-clacks so that I can reach under and pull out, I don't know, little wrappers and things, you know, and ties, plastic ties, bags, things that blew under there. Just so happy. It's looking super good. I'm ready. My gardens are finally around. So every year that I've worked, I've gotten important stuff done, but boy, the house was just getting to me that it was just stalled. So after I pour these footings and I get the great haul done, then in the summer when it's too hot, I can run the electric, I can Italian plaster the inside, and I can tile, and I left the tile up there. So, you know, that's 100-year-old French chateau tile from Europe. That was imported in here, and I was able to buy it. So just super pleased. But man, what a weight off my mind that I could look underneath all of these and see clear. And wow, just felt good. And what a nice break to have where I'm actually able to work after months of not being able to work on a 8-hour shift. I could only do an hour here or 2 hours there, and nothing gets done like that. All right, like, subscribe, follow me along. I'm feeling good about this work.